Isn't it fascinating how much Sam Darnold has improved since he was with the Niners? When he was with the Niners in training camp, I thought nothing of him. I thought he was merely trying to survive, and every day he was just checking the ball down. But I got to give him credit. There was a whole process for him there. And what happened was Tom Brady did a great job explaining it during the broadcast. It's so interesting watching a game on TV. I never do this because I was at the stadium. Brady was like, look, Darnold, when he got drafted by the Jets, they taught him the Peyton Manning offense, which has always been unsuccessful unless Peyton Manning ran it. So then he went to the Panthers and learned Matt Rule's college offense. So by the time he got to the Niners, he had never actually been exposed to an NFL offensive scheme. So that year, he wasn't even trying to compete for a starting job. His whole plan was to back up Purdy so he could learn a system and eventually be an NFL quarterback. And it's worked very well. What I think is interesting is that Purdy told Brady, apparently, unless Brady's tripping, that he credits Darnold for a lot of Purdy's development. Purdy taught Darnold the system. Kyle taught Darnold the system. He'd never been exposed to a high-level NFL system before. But I think what Purdy's saying is that Darnold taught him a lot about being an NFL quarterback, how to play the position, how to make throws. I mean, Darnold is frankly a lot more gifted physically than Purdy. Plus, he's older than Purdy. So I thought that was interesting to hear that Purdy actually felt he got a lot better from being around Darnold. I think he's gotten a lot better from being around Mac Jones as well. That's interesting. Okay, Darnold has this, year with the Niners where he's learning. He played a little bit with the Niners. He never was particularly impressive. He played at the end of that Ravens game, didn't play well. He played week 18 with and against backups against the Rams, didn't play well, lost to Carson Wentz. But then he goes to the Vikings, plays well, is noticeably better than he was with the Niners, but he can't keep it going. He falls apart at the end of the season, gets sacked a bunch of times, loses to the Rams in the playoffs, scores 9 points. So bad in that game in the week before that they get rid of him, scapegoat him. He goes to the Seahawks on a discount. And now the Vikings are trying to figure it out, trying to find a quarterback, trying to get back in the playoffs. They made a big mistake. And now Seahawks are, Darnold's even better than he was last year with Minnesota. Like, what's interesting about Darnold, he's not turning the ball over a lot. Like, that was his thing. He's a disaster waiting to happen. It seems like he's fixed that part of his game. He still takes sacks, but he didn't fumble. And 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. That's big time. That's a better performance than Purdy's ever had in the playoffs, except for the wild card round against the bad version of the Seahawks a few years ago. So now, I feel like Darnold he's reached his potential. Everything people thought he would be when he was the 3rd pick in the draft, he's showing. He is pretty mobile. He is good rolling left and right. He can make throws on the run. But beyond that, he's good from the pocket in the sense that if he has time and space, which he does with this offensive line, he can go through his progressions. He can start on the left side of the field, go to the middle, and get to the right. I think we saw him do that a lot. He had some of his best throws in this game were full field reads, where he starts on one side and gets to the other quickly. And I'm thinking, man, I haven't seen Purdy do that in a while. It seems like Purdy has the one read in the pocket, and if it's not there, he's been getting out of the pocket the last couple of years, trying to get better sight lines and throwing lanes, considering he's my height. So, early on in the game, Darnold makes that big statement. Was it the first drive? Hold on. I wrote down the whole game because I'm crazy like that. Yeah, 3rd play of the game, 3rd and 5. He goes deep to Rashid Shaheed. I tweeted the Niners should have traded for Rashid Shaheed, but no, he's a good fit for Darnold, not for Purdy, and he's a good fit for that offense, not for the Niners offense. Rashid Shaheed is a deep threat on the outside, running fades. The Niners don't call fades. When was the last time Kyle Shanahan called a fade for a wide receiver? Maybe he called 1 or 2 for Brandon Ayuk in his entire career. 1 or 2. One against Tampa. Not a lot. So it's not in the playbook. Brock Purdy doesn't really make that throw. It's not something he does well. He doesn't have much trajectory on the deep throw up the sideline. And the Niners don't have so if they had Rashid Shaheed, what would he be doing on the Niners? Returning punts, running shallow crosses, end arounds, jet sweeps, stuff like that. Doing nothing. Probably not even playing because he doesn't know the system as well as Demarcus Robinson, Kendrick Bourne. But it's nice to have a quarterback like Darnold who can threaten the whole defense. And I think you saw, I mean, in this and championship round, Drake May, Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold, big quarterbacks with big arms who see the field and threaten every blade of grass. And that's not what Brock Purdy is. He's been to the Super Bowl, didn't win it though. Didn't win it though. And it's looking like Sam Darnold is going to win it on Brock Purdy's field. Are the Seahawks going to be in the Niners locker room? Man, that's what a story. Who's going to play Sam Darnold in the Hollywood movie? Is it going to be the dude who played Ron Weasley in Harry Potter? I think it should be. I think Sam Darnold should have a British accent and he should be 5'6". But as long as the actor has red hair, I think it'd be believable. The idea that the ultimate Cinderella story is Darnold and not Brock. I mean, we've been so focused on what a great story Brock is, but the better story was the guy holding the clipboard quietly behind Brock while Brock was running in circles and doing back handsprings. I'm just saying. It's an incredible story. And we thought that he was the reason that the Seahawks weren't going to go places, that he was the weakest link on that team. Well, they don't really have a weak link, I guess. And they're going to have another good draft coming up. And Kyle Shanahan doesn't know what to do against this defense. And Brock Purdy can't see anything, and the Niners can't block their defensive line. Other than that, I feel like this game was very encouraging for the Niners' future.